Hockey fans, what up? Kurt here with Kurt's Card Care, and I I apologize for being slow to get this up, but I've had more and more hockey collectors say, "Hey, can I work on upper decks? Can I work on young guns?" And as a hockey fan but not a hockey collector, I would always have to default to saying, work on some base cards, like I always do, because I don't own every card in the world, but I had enough requests and a good card buddy of mine, Tyler, sent me these and said, "Hey, practice on these so the hockey collectors can see what's up." So, A, thank you, Tyler, and B, hockey collectors, thank you for your patience. And so tonight, guys, like when I get a card or if I'm going to work on something big, I always like to test on like every base card first. And I simply like to experiment. I don't like to be nervous when I'm working on something like really important to me, or valuable or something like that. So I just like to I mean, I don't want to say push a card to its limits, but I like to push it a little harder on like these practice runs like this. So the first thing I'm going to do is with all four of these cards, because they're all upper deck. But now I realize why I get so many upper deck questions, because we got like a traditional looking like paper card, but it has a shine to it. It has some foil on it. Then we got like this nice, like these acetate cards. And this one has a print like on the back and on the front, a little bit different than basketball and clearly and stuff like that I work on. Then we have another Young Guns. Looks real similar to this, but it's a different year. Could react a little bit different. It's got foil. It's important to test everything. And I think it's just fun to test, And then we got this canvas card, and these are a whole new thing. So let's just get started, you guys. So I'm just going to walk you through the steps. Like, if I didn't even have the camera on, this is what I'd be doing if I'm starting a new project. I'll jump to eBay right away, and get cheap cards and push on them a little bit just to see what they're all about. So this one it's thin cardstock. It's paper. It's like it just reminds me of like even 90s from like the upper deck, or upper deck from the 90s. So it's brand new. It's 2021, newish, very new, and it doesn't really have any issues. I see there's some smudges and some oils and stuff on it. So let's just get to it, guys. So I won't over-explain this, but we're going to do a test of spray on the front. I'm going to push hard on that foil. I'm going to push hard on this foil. I'll push hard on the logo on the back. I just want to see what I have to do to make this thing break. And that way, when I'm working on, a valuable card like this, I'm not like anxious and hoping it works out. So let's just do this. We're just going to do spray, and I'm going to push on this upper deck logo, try to remove some foil. That's harder than I'd typically push on a card. Now let's just have fun with this foil down here. No, not coming up. So this is just the cleaning spray, guys, and when I'm working with cleaning spray, I always have one of my microfibers handy, because I'll go on it like that, and then I'll just give it a wipe like that. So we just did spray on the front of a Young Guns. Clean it up. No missing foil. So upper deck must have a nice little clear coat over that. The back is pretty much the same, but let's just give it a shot. And I want to see even if I can ever get like the clear coat to like react weird or something like that. It's not the most common thing, but again, this is the proving grounds. This is where you test stuff out. All right. So the spray just cleaned it like it's supposed to. So if you're going to work on a 2021 and you have anything on the foil, in the foil, whatever, you're safe with the spray on that, okay? So now let's do the next step to it. Let's polish this thing up. So exact same test. I'm going to put polish all over the upper deck stamp, all over this foil. Because if it doesn't take any of it off, which I don't expect, the polish is real light, but cards are weird. So I'm going to put this on the spots where I'm always like, be careful, be careful. You guys, I give out, like, I'm very conservative. I try to limit mistakes as much as possible. And I think for those of you that message me and talk with me know that I'm never going to be some guy's like, yeah, just go for it. You know, like, there's simple steps you can take to be practiced up and prepared. And this is just part of it, man. You guys enjoy working on your cards, you got to jump into your base cards and practice. And you guys do a great job of that. I rarely get people send me stuff going, holy crap, I screwed up. I mean, it happens. And that's why I want you to ask me first, because I will save you some heartbreak. I want your collection to be your escape and your fun time, not something that stresses you out, of course. Polish works fine on it. Thing is like a mirror now. Works great on that foil. This foil is not delicate. This is good foil. So I don't think we're going to have any difference on the back, but let's just hit the Upper Deck logo. I always like to touch the stuff that just looks like it could flake off, and just I want to test how strong or delicate it is. All right, so the 2021 Young Guns spray and polish make it look like a mirror. Cool. Safe. All right. I'll do another demo on these same exact cards, you guys. We'll get into corners and edges next. But let's check this one out. Looks like I might got a couple scuffs on it. Maybe a scratch on his pants. Yeah, it might just be fingerprints. Let's push it. Let's do the same deal. This has a lot of foil right there, so these acetate cards and clear cards always make me nervous. I just always feel like they're just so fragile. I've just had so many, especially in the basketball world, that just seem like you pick them up and they drop a piece of paint off. So let's have fun with this thing. I'm rubbing all over this foil and the Upper Deck logo. And let's see the toughness, I guess, of the front. Perfect. All right. Same thing with the back. On a lot of acetate cards, the logo will typically be printed like on one side. This appears to have both. I still wish Upper Deck made basketball cards and football cards. I think, as a collector of the late 80s and 90s, this was just always a brand I loved. Spray doesn't do anything negative, so that's good. Let's give it a polish too. I'm really focusing on the image of Kelvin here and the foils. That's what I really want to see, if I can get to flake or whatever. Nope, but it looks good. All right, so spray and polish on the front, no issue. Let's just do the back. I want to do all the little logos and stuff like that. And this image is on the back too, so I just want to make sure I can't flake it off or mess it up. No luck of damaging it, so that's cool. So if you got these ones, you guys, I think I just always enjoyed pulling out a special card like this out of a pack. I'm not sure how short print these are, or even if they are, but you can use a spray and polish on them. Thing looks like a mirror. Looks great. Okay, let's move on. We got another Young Guns. And let's check the year on this one. This is Jake, and Jake that's brand new, 2022. So it looks like the same materials as the first one. Typical, you got cloudy stuff in the foil, little stuff in there. let's do the thing again. We'll do spray first, and I'm gonna get a new little cotton. Let's see if we can get any of this foil to remove or anything. If you guys look like I'm working like a little rough on it, it's on purpose. I know on my other stuff I'll make a demo that takes me 20 minutes to do one card. I'm not trying to fly through this, but I'm just trying to see if I can screw it up, basically, you know. No screwing up. Sure does look good. So I'm seeing quickly here. Upper Deck makes a quality card still. Some of the cheaper runs of like football cards and basketball cards suck, and it's like I've even wiped off serial numbers before with microfibers. They're just so cheap. So I don't see, and none of these cards are serial numbered, but polish is fine on the back. Let's polish up the front. We'll see if we can do anything to these letters or numbers. Or these letters on the foils, what I'm trying to say. And let's do that logo real good. Sometimes those stamped on things suck. And they're real easy to flake off. But I mean, I've cleaned a lot of cards in my time, and Upper Deck's always been pretty good, pretty quality. I'm pushing on it, man. I don't see any issue, man. So guys, hockey collectors of Upper Deck, these are good to go, man. These are solid. They stand up nice. I'm really impressed. That looks awesome. Final one of the batch. Let me give you some advice. This is as far as we're going with this. Guys, you see this surface? This is an Upper Deck canvas. This has absolutely no protective clear coat, and it's made out of like watercolor paper. If you put spray or polish on this, you will absolutely soak the card, bubble the card up, or end up wiping off the paint. So trust me on that. So if you have anything on the front of this, it's probably going to be stained in there, because if anything hit this card that was like, I don't know, like a piece of food or something, or something that stained, it would soak right into the card. So don't touch the surface on the Upper Deck canvas. I can tell you that right now. The back is fine. The back is the same back as the other ones. On the next demo with Young Guns and Upper Deck Hockey, we're going to do edges and corners, and we'll work on that one. All right. So even to give you guys a little, like, just a little look of what's coming up, what I'm going to do with this is, since the corner's bent and it has a couple ripples in it, I'm going to unpack it the best I can with my corner tool. You know, I don't even think it will need humidity. It'll probably need a straw just to get it a little bit softer. But we'll do a whole video next on these corners and edges, because you guys will see me put cards in humidors and stuff like that, and it all depends on the material and thickness. These are thin. I don't think they're going to need a lot of humidity from a humidor, but just even like work on it like that for a minute will soften it up a little bit. So when I put some humidity on there, guys, I can probably get it back into shape. So all right, round one of pushing the surfaces. Spray and polish works fine and safe on Upper Deck Hockey. Here's a few that we did tonight, and then I will work on the corners and edges and give you guys a demo on that one next. Again, Tyler, thanks for shooting these all the way from Alberta, Canada to Detroit, man. I appreciate it. And I am Kurt with Kurt's Card Care.